Howdy ho, good neighbor. Today, we're flying over the Oakland estuary, and we are seeing right before your eyes a massive cargo ship being turned around by two small tugboats. These tugboats are just built for power. They are not built for speed. They are built for power. And it takes a lot of power to turn these huge ships around. One's pushing and one's pulling. Physics at work. The neat thing about this, it looks like the birds get a free lunch. So as those tugboats are pulling these ships and pushing them, there must be some kind of food source for these birds. But that's besides the point. The point here today is this massive ship and all its cargo. You can see this ship is being turned around because it's going to be docked at the port of Oakland. And they will fill this ship up to the rim. It looks like this ship has about a half a load now. So I don't know if that load will be loaded here in Oakland. A lot of logistics. How do we know where each one of those semi-truck beds is going? That's right, each one of those cargo ship containers is one semi-truck going down the road. After you see these cargo ships, you will realize how much product we receive from China and other parts of the world. Thailand and Japan and all over. And I'm assume we send some American products to those countries, but the offset is quite a bit. But there's one long look at this massive ship. I always am in wonder how these things do not sink. From the beginning of time, people have wondered how something that huge and heavy stays afloat. Science. Some of us will never understand it. Some of us live for science. I count at least 8 floors above sea level for the crew to live on. And there is where the captain steers this massive vessel. Starboard side, and what's the other side? Seaward? If you are a captain of a ship, you should know all those languages. I'm sure you need to know a couple languages from all over the world to dock in some of these ports. A lot of fuel consumption takes a lot to move our little products around the world. What is in those things? I know what we export to other countries. Cigarettes and alcohol and firearms. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We do have exports. We supply firearms and weapons and drugs and alcohol, pharmaceutical drugs and fast food. Yeah, all the good stuff. We farm that out to the world. Well, that's what the bottom of a cargo ship looks like right there. There's the bottom of that. What a beautiful day to turn a boat around, don't you think? Well, that estuary is not very deep. Every once in a while they have to dig it out just so these boats can fit in there. Well, there's a big look at all those cargo containers. And there's a lot of ships that can be filled with just the amount of cargo containers waiting to go out. There's a ship that's leaving now to other parts of the world. On a future video, I will show you this massive cargo ship being docked. But today you see all those containers ready to be loaded on this ship. At this point, I try to get low. As I come down here, you are taking a risk. The lower you get, the more susceptible, I'm trying to think of the right word, the more vulnerable you are to a bird attack. So I am risking my life and limb to get these low drone shots of the Kobe Express. The birds, they do not like the drone, and they get very angry. So there's a good picture of that tugboat doing its small job on a big ship. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these little adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.